Hello. I have an article here about a visit of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to Belize, formerly British Honduras. And it's a fine example of spite and of the toxic combination of spite and stupidity. Here we have it. Kate Middleton and Prince William cancel Caribbean tour stop due to Belize protest. Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, arrived in the country, formerly British Honduras, on Saturday to kick off an 8-day Royal Caribbean tour and were due to visit, now, I'm probably going to get this wrong, Acte Ilha Cacao Farm in the indigenous Maya village of Indian Creek on Sunday morning. But the night before, the event was cancelled after a few dozen residents of Indian Creek, an indigenous Maya village, staged a protest, Reuters reported. So the owners of the farm, who are doing their best to farm a sustainable cocoa crop, and with due respect to the countryside, we're very much looking forward to having the kudos of a royal visit, which would have given them a bit of a boost, a commercial boost with the royal family having visited, and they've been denied that by these agitators. We can confirm that due to sensitive issues involving the community in Indian Creek, the visit has been moved to a different location. Further details will be provided in due course. For years, the villagers have been engaged in a land dispute with Flora and Fauna International, a conservation group of which William is a patron. The protest also comes amid growing scrutiny of the British Empire's colonial ties to the region, Reuters reported. The Belize government also released a statement saying that Indian Creek was one of several sites that were considered. Due to issues in the village, the government of Belize activated its contingency planning. And another venue had been selected. According to multiple reports, the villagers gathered in protest. I'll bet you it wasn't the villagers, but some of the villagers, that they hadn't been consulted. They hadn't been given enough official recognition. They hadn't been treated regally enough. And that's probably what's going on. They hadn't been consulted about the royal engagement, took issue with the couple landing their helicopter on a local football field. Oh, yes, so that's a holy sight, wasn't it? What a bunch. We, the villagers, consider that we have suffered the legacy of colonialism, local youth leader Dionisio Scholl told the Times of London. And we are directly being impacted by that, you bloody little fool. Okay, I'm just going to call up here a Wikipedia article about the demographics of Belize. It says here, Belize is the most sparsely populated nation, so you're underpopulated. You could do with all the boosting you can get, and all this agitating and everything is not helping people think of you as a decent place to go and visit or set up a business there. Is it now, Dionisio? Oh, God. It's larger than El Salvador. Slightly more than half of the people live in rural areas. So you need to sell your agriculture or your tourism. You're not going to do that with that sort of spiteful agitation going on. About 80% of the population are Christian. Most Belizeans are of multiracial descent. Okay, let's see about the colonialism here. About 53% of the population is of mixed, indigenous, mostly Maya, and European descent, which is referred to as mestizo, whatever. So they're a mixture of European and indigenous Indians. So half of everybody there, of that group, are as much European as they're Indian, Mayan. And then 25% are Creoles, which is spelt K-R-I-O. I'm assuming that means descendants of black slaves and white people, Europeans as well. About 10.6 are Maya, so there's like 10.6 who might be pure Maya now. And you remember the Mayas were taking over, weren't they taking over from the Aztecs or whatever? I mean, didn't they do some of their own invading? And about 6.1 are Afro-Amerindian, all right? The remaining population includes European, East Indian, Chinese, Middle Eastern and North American groups. In the case of Europeans, most are descendants of the Spanish and British colonial settlers, whether pure-blooded or mixed with each other. Most Spanish left the nation just after it was taken by the British colonists, who in the same way left after independence. Dutch and German Mennonites settled in Belize, mostly in isolated areas. So this is a complete mixture. And that guy's talking about colonialism. Well, I'd say a very good deal of his blood is from the people who came from Europe. He's as much a colonist as anybody else. And what he is, though, is a spiteful, stupid person who is doing nothing but damage to the country. He professes to have such strong feelings over, and obviously it's not just him. It's a group of them who feel like they want to be more important than they actually are, and they're taking it out of somebody who is working hard to increase the Belize economy and in a sustainable way. And the whole business is disgraceful. And the only thing it's told me about Belize is that there are a lot of spiteful, nasty people there who don't deserve my consideration anyway. Okay, I am Grannyopteryx. I am to be found on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. Please like and share my videos. You will be notified of uploads on my social media platforms. I am at Grannyopteryx there, and I am on Twitter, Gab and Parler. Right, well, that's it. Until next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Grannyopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.grannyopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.